foyer, and now I'm showing and sharing with you my backyard, and it's very beautiful. There you may see a cardinal. We have a nest right near our home, and it's been amazing seeing the cardinals go back and forth with food. So I'm hoping to see little baby cardinals soon. So in all of the sadness and everything that's surrounding us, and of all the people who've passed away and are still sick, we have to find joy in our life. Okay. And we have to find peace within ourselves. We can't really give anybody else joy if we are not joyous ourselves first. So one of the ways to find joy is to take some time for yourself and be at peace with where you are. Be present in this time and now. For example, when I was setting up, I was looking at the clouds and I was wondering when it will rain, and it might ruin my recording and my video with you. So I could get all tense and say, oh my gosh, what is going to happen? Actually, I still have some water falling from this tree while I'm sitting here. But it's important to think that I'm here now. It's not raining, and I'm communicating to all of you, and I'm able to do this. I'm healthy enough that I can share this time with you, and I don't have to worry about rain or what's happening in India and they are having a cyclone. I'm here. I need to be present with you. And one of the practices that we've been focusing on is meditation, and how it can help you to achieve those goals of being present. Being present, I was also thinking about it this week, how important it is to prevent injuries. Most injuries happen when our mind wanders and we are not present. So if we are driving the car, we are also text messaging or receiving texts, or the music is playing, or we're changing the channel, and all of these things distract us and we are not present in the moment, and that can be just one moment can change your life. So training your brain to be present is going to be very important to prevent injuries. And as you get older, injuries take a longer time to heal. So if nothing else, practice meditation for mindfulness and to be present. So with that said, I want to start and just relax. I have a nice, you see now my chair more clearly. It's a nice high back chair. It supports my shoulders, it supports my back, and my bottom is nicely placed on the seat, and my feet resting on the floor below. And I'm beginning to hear. Today we are going to focus on the beautiful sounds of the birds that are in the background. It is spring, and there's a lot of migration, and there's a lot of activity in the bird world with mating going on, and they're so cute, and little baby ducklings being born. So we are going to focus on the sounds of nature and just find mindfulness, peace, and being present, and just listening to the birds, what they have to say to us. So close your eyes, and then just imagine that you are sitting in a garden just like I am, and through the audio you can hear the bird sounds that are happening in the background in Rye, New York. So I'm transporting you to a beautiful, beautiful, green, luscious backyard. We've just had rainfall last night, and that's just given more energy and vigor to the grass, to the flowers, and to growth. Basically, we've come out of a dormant time of the winter, and we've had a beautiful spring with a lot of showers, and now I'm looking forward to the flowers that this late spring, early summer is going to bring to the different gardens, and to just fill the streams with water. So peaceful, and just hear the different birds singing in the background. They're all calling out to their mates. And sometimes if you really focus on the bird sounds, you hear the male calling out to the female, and then the female responding back from somewhere far away with a different call. I have taken this time of the coronavirus lockdown to really learn more about bird voice calls. I always use the binoculars to identify different birds, and it's a passion of mine for many years. But during this time, I really wanted to identify the calls. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do that was I want to develop all my senses to be present. I want to be able to hear, see, smell, feel, and just notice things. Not just go through life with my mind somewhere else and my body doing something else. That's when we overeat, when we are thinking about something else and we're not focused on what we are eating. That's when we get injured, when we are thinking about something else and driving a car or riding a bicycle. I've seen children, texting without helmets on and on the bicycle. It's so dangerous. But we don't have to make those choices. We can make the right choices in our life. We can choose to focus on our breathing. When we have slow, deep breathing, we calm our senses to be able to feel everything. I just felt a droplet of water fall on my head, and I think I wouldn't have noticed it had I not been mindful and meditating with you right now. I hear a sparrow chirping in the background, just a common house sparrow. Just focus on the sounds and on your breathing. Inhaling and exhaling. And feel your body relax, your forehead relax, your eyes relax, your eyelids and eyelashes, and your cheeks, and your neck, and the thyroid gland that's in your neck, and your shoulders, and your arms. Everything is relaxing. And you're breathing, and you can feel it. You're still, but you're still moving inside. Your abdomen is breathing. You're getting the oxygen you need. So abundant outside. Sometimes when you're outside and you're not near people, you can take your mask off so you can breathe in the oxygen. We breathe in oxygen and we let out carbon dioxide. If we are always wearing the mask and never remove it, even when we are not near anybody, we are going to breathe in a lot of carbon dioxide. And over time it makes us lightheaded and gives us headache. So although masks are a wonderful thing to prevent coronavirus, I have to mindfully remove my mask for a few minutes when I'm alone in the office and just breathe in oxygen. I don't do it when patients are near me or my staff is near me. I just have to let the oxygen flow. And you need oxygen for every cell in your body. That's how we make energy and ATP. And we need energy for all our body processes, whether it's digestion, excretion, breathing, circulation, immunity. We need oxygen. Just breathing and focusing on the beautiful sounds that surround us. And we really take the time to listen to what's around us. Maybe we will listen to people more also. We won't just talk over them. And sometimes people just want to be heard. I think always people want to be heard. But you have to train your mind to be able to do that. You have to be peace with yourself before you can do anything else. You can now take a deep breath and open our eyes. I just feel the colors of the garden and the flowers and the trees so intense because I had my eyes closed for so long. So now that our mind is rested and we feel calm, we can start our practice. So, I'm right on target, although I don't have the music today to remind me that I'm done 10 minutes. Somehow my mind has a clock and it is programmed to start now. So I think that we are going to do a sitting poses right now, but I want you to see that you can also stand right near your chair in this way, and you can do some of the poses standing up if that's what you want. Okay, these are simple enough poses, and you can take the chair as a way to hold on to do some of the poses as well. So that's why I wanted to give people the opportunity. People couldn't see my legs last time or had difficulty with that, so I placed the camera far enough that we can do that. Alright, so as you can see, I have good support for my chair, and that's going to be helpful when in some of the moves. Today I'm going to focus a little bit on our hands and wrists because we tend to not think about them when we exercise. So we're going to start from neck down, and then I'm going to focus on the hands and wrists for some simple exercises that can help you have long life of your joints of your hands. So starting with the head and neck, we are going to do turns and so we can warm up our cervical spine. And if you start at the center and then turn your head to the right very gently as far as you can go, and look with your eyes more further than even where your neck can take you, you will feel a lovely stretch on the left side of your neck. And then bring it to the center and then do the other side very slowly but your eyes looking at the furthest point in the back, even where your neck cannot take you, but your eyes can take you there. Try to look at that. This is going to improve your peripheral vision and then bring it back. Okay, now we are going to couple this with breathing. Okay, so when you inhale, you move your neck to the right, and then when you exhale, you bring it back to the center. So let's try again. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Now you can do a little bit of rotation where use your eyes more than even your neck to move you. Okay, so that's another way to train your eyes. You have many muscles in your eye, and we don't exercise the muscles of our eyes enough as well. So we're always staring at like phones and TV screens. So if you're outside, you know, it's really helpful to kind of rest those eyes and exercise the eye muscles. So inhaling, move your head up, but your eyes even more than your head, very slowly. And then exhaling, bring it to the center. And then inhaling, moving it up, eyes more than the neck. And then exhaling, bringing it to the center. Same way for the right side again. You're going to move sideways. Move your eyes. Stop when you can't move your neck anymore, and look at the back with your eyes, especially your right eye, and then bring it to the center. Then inhaling to the left side, feel a great stretch on your right side. Move your eyes further back, looking at the furthest point in the back that your eyes can see, and then bring it back. So this way you have exercised your four muscles of the eye and superior obliques. Okay, these are very important eye muscles, and you want to keep them strong and healthy. So you might exercise your neck and your eyes. And now we're going to do shoulder rolls. So we're going to roll our shoulders up front 3 times, 2 and 3. And then now we're going to go the other way. We're going to roll them back, front, back, front. This way now we have exercised our shoulders. We are going to exercise our arms a little bit. And so you bring your arms right up in front, all straight, and then as far back as you can take, or as far to the left you can take. You can use your arm to support it, the other arm, hold it, and then bring it back and put it down. Then take the other arm and take it to the right side, hold it with the other arm, and then bring it back. Okay. Do it again. Hold it, bring it back. Other arm, take it across, hold it. Feel the stretch in your scapula. Feel these things in your muscles. Don't just randomly just do this, you know, do it with purpose. Okay, now you have your hands nicely holding the chair, and we are going to do side stretches. These are going to open up our ribs, and we need those for good breathing and to get that oxygen in. So with your palms open and your left hand holding the left side of your chair, let's move this up, inhaling. And you don't have to move up, don't scoot up, just sit comfortably, move your arm and feel these muscles open up, and then bringing it down. And on the other side, do the same thing, don't scoot up, Just keep your bottom on the chair, but move your arms to as much as you can to the other side, to the right side, and feel the stretch here, and then bring it down. Again, do it with purpose and pushing the air as resistance. Pushing the air. You can practice these at home, 3-4 times a week, or sometimes even a couple of times a day. It's really good for breathing, for stretching. And we're going to do, this is one of the weakest muscles we have. It's the triceps. We don't exercise it enough. So I'm going to show you a simple exercise. If you can raise your arms up, some people can't, okay? If you put it up and just bring your arms behind your head, you will feel a nice stretch to the triceps muscle. These are very hard muscles to exercise. We mostly exercise our biceps a lot, but we hardly ever exercise our triceps. So this can help you. So now if you did it one way, do it the opposite way. And just hold it for a few seconds and you can bring it down. Now, if you do this exercise this way, breathing in and bringing both your arms up in this fashion, and then exhaling, bringing it down, you are going to engage your pectoral muscles and even your core muscles. So, breathe in, hold, exhale, bring it down. Breathe in, hold, exhale, bring it down. And if you want to, if you do it this way, when you are doing it yourself, you want to kick it up a notch, you pretend you're sitting on a chair and then you do it. Okay, this is called the chair pose in yoga, and you're pretending you're sitting on a chair. And this way, you are gonna get your quadriceps, your abdomen, everything engaged, and it's a very, very beautiful and safe pose to do. It's not an easy pose to do, and sometimes you may be only able to do it for like a few seconds, which is okay, but it's going to burn. You're going to feel the burn in your muscles with just a few seconds of doing it. But as you get stronger, you can do it for longer and build strength in your quadricep muscles and in your core, and that's going to help your whole body to stand erect and be strong. So this was the muscles, the tricep muscle we exercise, and our arms are all done. And now I'm going to focus on the hands and wrists, like I said. Okay, so we have many joints in our hands. We have the interphalangeal joints here, and then we have the carpal bones here, and then we have the wrist, and then the elbow, and then the shoulder joint. So all of these joints, when they have arthritis, they hurt a lot, especially in the mornings. So you have to, but as the day progresses, you have less pain, and the reason is that they're not so stiff anymore. So in the mornings, this exercises may be hard for people, those who have arthritis, but it will help you in the future to keep your mobility of your wrists and fingers. Okay, so a simple thing in yoga we do is the prayer pose, where we try to bring all our fingers and our palms touching, and then we bring it and we place it at our heart. This simple namaste pose, really you can feel your heartbeat with your thumbs. You are training your fingers to touch one another, and so when you have fibrosis or contractures, you won't be able to do this very well. Your hands will be like this, but with time you can do this, even this simple pose, for those who can't. Okay, so this is a very simple wrist finger exercise, just using the strength of your own fingers, one pushing the other, one index finger pushing the other index finger, and the vice versa. You can create a lot of heat and energy in your hands. Okay, so practice this when you have time. When you do anything mindfully, you are going to be able to feel even your palms and your little pinky finger pressing against one another. So just feel it. Just press one pinky finger against the other, the ring finger against the other ring finger, and the middle finger against the other middle finger, the index finger to the other index finger, and your thumbs, like both sides, feeling it into your heart and into each other. So practice this simple mudra, and you will not only see the benefits, you will feel better. Okay. The other thing we are going to do is just a simple wrist exercise. Just hold your hands out like that, these arms, and then use if you're doing your right hand, use the left hand and just gently push into your wrist, moving it down. Hold it for a few seconds and then move it up. So moving it down, moving it up. You can practice this 2 or 3 times, and then moving it down for the other hand, and then moving it up. Moving it down, and moving it up. And my arms are also getting exercise at the same time. It's great. Okay, and now we are going to focus on our fingers and just increasing the mobility of our wrist joint. We're just going to move. Just make a little thing like this, a fist, and then we're just going to move it back and forth, back and forth. And if you were doing it one way, do it another way. Just moving and helping the synovial fluid to just coat the wrist muscle and wrist joint. So all those carpal tunnel syndrome people, this might be painful for you, but if you don't want to get carpal tunnel syndrome, take care of your wrists, everyone. This is something very painful condition, hard to sleep when you have carpal tunnel syndrome. Okay, and now you can just pump your hands, open and close, open and close, open and close. It's going to bring a lot of circulation into your hands. You know, as we age, our peripheries, it's hard to get the blood there. So you want to use, you know, not just use our thumbs or index fingers. We want to use our whole hand and have mobility in all our fingers. So all of these things you do with your hands and fingers will increase flexibility and mobility. So practice this at home. Alright, so this was a very important thing I wanted to go over for the arms and for our upper body. And now we can do a little bit for our legs. Alright, so one thing you can do is you can now, I can show this more clearly, you can pick your leg up in this way and hold it with both your hands. You have good mobility in your fingers now, so you can support your right knee in this fashion. Just hold it for a little bit and then let go. Then do the other leg. Same thing. Hold it, let it go. Be mindful that you are not slouching, you're sitting up straight when you do it. And these are the poses we also do, like standing up or lying down. So when you do for balance, this is really good. You know, I don't want you to do this if you don't have good balance, but this is something that you can practice to improve your balance. But you can also do this sitting on the chair. So hold this. This thigh pushes into my abdomen and it helps with digestion, believe it or not. That's why, you know, yoga is so good for you, because you can help digestion. Many of the exercises, if you do aerobic exercise, it doesn't help you with your internal bodily functions. But a lot of yoga exercises help you in digestion, circulation, increase, improvement in your skin, and, you know, just getting that carbon dioxide and toxins out. So practice this at home, okay? You can even do lying down with bringing your legs up to your belly and supporting it. Now another thing we can do is a hip opener. A lot of people have said that they have problems with the hip. A simple thing to do for hip opening is sitting in this figure 4 position, okay? The figure 4 position, you bring your right foot onto your left leg. Don't put it on your knee, just a little bit higher is better. And then with your right hand, push your right knee down. Try it. Do as much as you can. You will feel your hip opens on the right side. Now do it on the left side. Push with your left hand your left knee and breathe and feel it in the muscles and in the joint itself. A hip joint is, you know, a joint that is very stable, unlike the shoulder joint, but because it's very stable, it's also can get arthritic because we don't use it enough, especially if we sit a lot. Again, this pose can be done laying down or standing up. Standing up is hard because you have to have a lot of balance to be able to do it. You know, if you stand up and you do it, it's hard for a lot of people. But these are simple things that will open up your hip joint. You want very nice hip joints that will last us a long time and that we don't need to have hip replacement. So my goal is always, how can I stop joint replacement? How can I take care of the joints that I have and be healthy? So all of these exercises will help many different parts of your body. So for next Wednesday, I'm going to give you a chore. I want you to find a ball in your home, a tennis ball or a rubber ball or something, and we are going to exercise our feet, okay? So far we've focus on our wrists today, but I also want to exercise your feet next time. So another area where a lot of people have neuropathy, pain, and circulation is poor, those exercises will really help stimulate circulation and make you feel better, and something that you can easily do in your home with just a simple ball. If you cannot find a ball, maybe you can find a can of beans or something like that, but a ball is really good. It helps massage the sole of the foot. So with that, I think that we have time for questions. We've had a good class for 35 minutes. So if anybody wants to ask a question or have concerns, this is your time. Thank you. Hello? Hello? Can't hear anybody's name?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
That was awesome delivering.
Oh, good.
That was wonderful. I hope everybody enjoyed that as much as I did. I really enjoyed your chat about the birds. I love listening to birds too.
Yeah, There's some beautiful birds out there, so get out and walk and search for them. Improve your sight, improve your hearing.
Dr. Heptula, I have a question. It's Sally.
Hi, Sally.
So when we do the finger exercises, if you hear any crackling, is there anything to be aware of for that? Like if you're hearing like your knuckles cracking or anything?
So
Or your wrist?
I don't actively crack my hands, but there's no harm if you hear the crackling. It's just air trapped into the joints that is escaping, and that's what most chiropractors do. We get like air trapped in our spines and our body parts, and that sometimes causes pain. So what the chiropractors and even osteopathic medicine physicians do is they do maneuvers to align the spine or your finger joints and things like that. So I don't personally crack my joints, but there are specialists who know how to do it correctly, and actually it's very helpful.
Anyone else have any questions for Dr. Heptula?
So did anybody
So,
practice?
it's been really
So did people practice the exercises that we did last week?
no.
No.